guest tonight, of course, plays Grace on the hit NBC show Will and Grace. And starting tomorrow, she can be seen playing Woody Allen's girlfriend in the new movie Hollywood Ending. Let's take a look.
You better meet with him, and you better be nice, or else I'm out of here.
I finally get an offer that's worthy of my gifts, and look where it comes from.
There is no offer yet. And I am so tired of all this, the big talk about how big you were 10 years ago. Things change, and you can't get work.
You know, part of me wants it so badly.
And the other part?
Also wants it. That's the problem.
It only takes one hit.
I know.
And I want to roll in this movie.
Hey, I don't have the movie yet. He's got to meet me and throw his weight around first.
And not just a little bit. Something where I could show off what I can do.
Louie, I can't stick my girlfriend in the movie.
I'm not just your girlfriend. I'm good.
Remember all those times I told you should take acting lessons?
I'm unnatural. Classes would ruin me.
Please welcome Debra Messing.
You know,
when I wear a pinstripe suit, it doesn't look like that. Oh. You look beautiful.
Well, thank you. It's my first time on your show.
Yeah. So... I hope not the last.
No.
Now it is the last because I did that. I should learn not to do that. How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. I know you're out promoting this movie. You're here in New York. You used to live here, didn't you?
I did. I got my master's degree at NYU.
Oh,
yeah.
Good for you. It's a good school.
There you go.
They're just applauding the concept of a higher education. Now, I heard, I don't know if this is true, that when you lived here in New York, one of your roommates was a dominatrix. Is that true? That sounds like one of those things that it couldn't be real.
No, it is a quintessential New York experience, isn't it? No, I didn't...
No. I mean, yes. I was with her for a year.
I didn't know that she was a dominatrix when I met her. When I met her, I needed a place to live,
sure.
And it's so expensive to get an apartment. So I met this girl, and she went to NYU, and she was 6'4", and blonde with a ponytail and a pink T-shirt,
right.
And she seemed really lovely. And I was like, okay, great apartment. I moved in, and by day she was a hostess, and at night she whipped out the dog collar, the whip, and the high heels, and she just went out and had a good time, and she would... Was
she having clients over to the apartment?
No, she didn't do it for pay. She did it for fun. No, this was like...
That's so weird. She didn't know there was money in it.
No. She was...
You can make money doing this? I just do it.
No. She would bring guys home, and I would be in my room with my now husband, you know, learning my Shakespeare like a good little diligent student.
Right.
And through the wall, I'd hear, ah! You know? And the next morning, I'd wake up, you know, going to school, and I'd have my little bowl of, like, cornflakes, and I'd be,
Right.
And, you know, the guy would come out, like, hair to his knees, tattoos all over his body with, like, a Marlboro red cigarette with the filter off.
Right.
You know, he'd be like, hey, I'd be like, you know, corn chip flakes. He's like, no. And he'd be gone, and then she would come out, and she'd hop on the couch, and she'd be like, yeah, I beat the crap out of him last night.
It's so strange.
And I'd be like, I mean, what do you say? I was like, cool.
Yeah.
You know?
Sounds really cool. Good for you. I'd be like that, too. I mean,
so
when I first moved to New York, I was that naive about everything. So I'd just be like, wow, golly, can I watch? You know, I wouldn't know. Gee, Superman. That's all right, Jimmy. You just had the premiere for this movie.
Yeah.
And I read that Keith Richards was at the premiere. That's one of those people that I think that's... You mean, did you talk to him?
I didn't speak to him. I was a little shy and a little nervous.
Right.
But I actually had met him at the Golden Globes, and I had a little... You know, everyone had been having champagne at the parties, and my manager actually is friends with him, and so we were standing there, and she was going to introduce me, and my husband was standing next to me, and I was talking to someone else, and I guess Keith Richards leaned in to introduce himself to me, and I didn't realize it. And
oh, so you left him hanging?
I left him hanging, and I didn't know it, and he turns to my husband, and he's like, women just don't shut up, do they? Because I was talking to someone else.
Right.
And my husband's like, yeah, what are you going to do? And
oh, he sold you out because it was Keith Richards. It's a Rolling Stone. I'm like, I know.
Like 2 seconds later, you know, I turned around, and he's like, hello, and I was like, ah! You know,
Right.
of course, I was very excited. The
response.
appropriate response, yeah.
I was in a sketch years ago when I was an extra in Saturday Night Live. I was supposed to, in a sketch, just hold a horse and just stand there. And I was in a sketch with Keith Richards. I wasn't supposed to really say anything. And while we were waiting to block the sketch, Keith Richards starts talking to me. And like I was nobody. I was just an extra holding this. And he started talking to me about how horses are what saves civilization. He had this concept about how horses, and he started going like, they're the ones, man, it saves civilization, because horses are the ones, man. And I was just, what are you talking about? And the horse was like, he's right. Horse, you know, it's weird. Now, this Woody Allen movie, a lot of people are saying this is his best movie in like 10 years. People love this Woody Allen movie.
Oh,
what was
so
your,
glad.
and it's such a honor to be in a Woody Allen movie. What was your reaction when you found out you got the part?
Oh, I nearly got into a car accident. I mean, literally. I was in.
You were driving, I
I was driving.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was
I heard and I got out, got in the car.
No, because I had been in Celebrity, so I thought that, like, you know, my quota of being in a Woody Allen movie was filled, and then that was it.
Right, you
And
got
so
your chance,
that was my chance, and it was fantastic, and that was it. And so I didn't know that I was being considered. So I was driving in LA, which is sort of a scary thing because I'm not a good driver.
Right.
And the phone rings, and I'm not very good with the cell phone. So, you know, the two together, I'm
Right.
screwed anyway. You know.
So you're
And
just weaving crazily through traffic
so
anyway.
the phone rings, and I'm told you just got offered the role to play Woody Allen's girlfriend in his next movie, and I screamed bloody murder. I screamed so loud that I'm so glad that there were not people on either side of me because I was so excited. I honestly have not been sort of surprised like that in my life because it really came from left field, and you know, being a New Yorker and growing up on his films, it was just, you know, the biggest thrill.
Well, it
So-
seems like it's like a nice, cool, exclusive club when you're in.
Yeah, well, I told him at the wrap party. I got to introduce him to my parents, which was sort of amazing, an amazing moment. And he said to me, you know, we're going to work together again. And I was like, you know, I said, Woody, it's my goal to be one of your journeymen. You know, like I want to be like an Alan Alda or Tony Roberts or one of like
one of those recurring actors
yeah,
in his
that sort of
movies.
like lot of people that you just call up and you can say, come on down, do a scene, and so. I don't know. He'll probably never call me again.
He calls me a lot, and I'm like, I'm not ready yet, you know? I'm just like, Woody, when I'm ready, I'll let you know.
Yeah,
That's what I tell him.
He's never going to call you or me again.
Now, NBC's 75th anniversary this weekend. Are you doing anything? Are you going to be there?
I'm going to be there. And
Do you know what you're doing? Have they told you yet?
No. I mean, about a month ago, I was told that I was going to introduce something, but
Right.
what are you doing?
I'm operating Alf. If you see Alf, that's me under there.
Excellent.
Some sweet
But
casheroo.
it's going to be a nice night, right?
Yeah, it should be good.
I
yeah.
mean, it's like...
It should be good. I don't know. I mean, it will be a wonderful night of entertainment. Watch it, watch it. They put the chip real deep in there.
That's what happens when you close your negotiation, I guess.
Yeah. Hey, please. Hollywood Ending opens tomorrow. I think a lot of people are going to be seeing that. Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you.
Debra Messing, everybody. Patton Oswalt coming up. We'll be right back. Stick around.